A moment ago, Governor Halter used some language suggesting you had some fault in the economic collapse by your votes on deregulation and perhaps other actions. If I understood your response properly, you first suggested that perhaps he would bear some blame because he was part of the Clinton administration, which suggested that their offering this legislation made him somehow guilty. And you shifted focus then to what you're doing now, even though this problem of wild marketing and derivatives has gone on for more than a decade. Is your position that you have no culpability in the collapse of the economy or potential collapse of the economy?
You know, Bill, we make decisions every day. I'm sorry, is it my turn? Mm-hmm. Okay. We make decisions.
I'm sorry, no, it's,
Yes.
it was Lieutenant Governor Halter's turn, but we will.
I understood it to be the senator's turn.
I'll tell you what, go ahead and ask the question, Bill, and then you can come back to me twice.
Okay, Senator, please.
We make decisions, tough decisions every day, and there's no doubt. There's some of them that we wish we could have done better, and there's no doubt.
Is this one you wish you could have done better?
Yes, I think it is. I don't disagree that we could have probably done that better.
Probably.
I'm sorry?
Probably.
Yes, no, I think we could have done it better.
Okay.
Yes, I do. And I think there were probably attempts that we did to try to do it better in terms of the CFMA, I guess is what you're referencing mostly, in terms of what we provided the CFTC to have regulation over and what types of regulation they could have. And it was the OTC markets that were unregulated, mostly because people, I think, didn't really know what they were. The notional value of those marketplaces had grown over the last 10 years from 90 to over $600 trillion. And the only reason we know what was there, you're exactly right, is because we looked into a review mirror. We had no clue that those markets had expanded to the extent that they had until we saw what the consequences were in terms of a breakdown in the economy and all of this risky business that had been leveraged so high. And so, you know, I will take my fair share of the fault in that. I don't have any problem in saying that at the time that those were unregulated, I think a lot of us did think that, well, maybe we could do a better job here. And I think also we didn't know what would happen because we had no earthly idea that in a 10-year span, the notional value of that marketplace would increase so much. But what we do know now, we need to correct. And I hope I'm not being found fault with the fact that I have actually produced the toughest bill on Wall Street and against Wall Street. And for whatever contributions they may have made to me, Bill, it certainly hasn't made any difference in terms of what I have worked to do, which is to correct the problems that exist on Wall Street.
Lieutenant Governor, 1 minute.
Well, first, Bill, thank you for pointing out that this, in fact, did take 10 years to build up. The fact is that there were plenty of warning signs. You can look back to 1998 and long-term capital management imploded. The Federal Reserve and other banks had to be brought in to make sure that that didn't cause an unwind in financial markets. The fact is, this is too much Washington behavior. You know, claim credit for addressing a problem after it's crashed the economy. Plenty of warning signs here build up. The idea that people on Wall Street and in Washington and in the United States Senate did not know that this market had built up to tens and then hundreds of trillions of dollars, why not? That's ineffective oversight.
If you were seeing all these alarms, were you sounding alarms about the danger?
Well, I appreciate that question too, Bill. The fact is, you know, I was not in any position where my concern about it would have registered with anyone. I will tell you this, though. In fact, I remember a conversation that you and I had about this as these markets began to collapse, and we talked about how that this had happened. But no, I was not in a position to be able to do anything about that. I have worked on those areas where my position puts me in place to do something about it.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor.